Part 2. Azure Moon. Pegasus Moon. Valley of Torment. Having repelled the Imperial Vanguard, the kingdom must now supplement its meager forces. And so it requests reinforcements from Rodrigue, who is busy resisting Cornelia's army in Fraldarius territory.
You made it.
We received a reply from my father. You should read it too.
Gilbert has filled me in on the details. He tells me you are in immediate need of additional troops. I would like to say that I will gather reinforcements and send them to the monastery at once. However, I cannot afford to leave the front lines for that long. Would you be willing to meet us south of Fraldarius territory in ALL, the Valley of Torment? ALL is halfway between the monastery and our territory. There, I will deliver the soldiers you require.
ALL lies on the border between Kingdom territory and Alliance territory. Humans dare not approach that place.
He's right. In ALL, we can meet up with them without our enemy ever finding out.
Once my old man delivers his soldiers to us, then our war against the Empire can finally begin.
The path ahead will be a difficult one, Your Highness. Deadly, in all likelihood.
True. But what's the point in wavering now? Father, stepmother, Glenn, and even Dedu. I am certain this will bring them great joy. I know if I can just offer them Edelgard's head. I just know it.
ALL, the Valley of Torment.
Thank you.
Well, that's my bad. I just realized my mic wasn't turned on. Well, there you go. Hello everyone, welcome back to Fire Emblem Three Houses. Last time we finished up Chapter 14 and defending the monastery. This time we're going to be exploring the monastery and also doing a few things here and there. Let's see how all this is going to play out.
Hi there.
Hello, and we're gonna harvest. Alright. Plant. Oh. Well, that's my bad. I didn't realize I could put 5 in there.
No.
Oh?
Let's see. Gotta clean out the storerooms, tend the flowers, do the washing, dust the library.
Need any help?
This is my job. Lady Rhea herself gave it to me. Even if Lady Rhea's not here right now, I still gotta do my duty. Like you gotta have other stuff you ought to be doing, yeah?
I mean, I guess. Not sure what I'm gonna do with that.
The kingdom capital or the imperial capital? I don't know which is the right way. If we tried to take on the empire like this, would we really stand a chance? With House Fraldarius under attack, they probably can't spare many soldiers. On the other hand, if we did manage to take the imperial capital, the war would be over. I'm no good at thinking through this kind of complicated stuff.
I think you'll be fine.
If we can take back the kingdom, we'll recover our soldiers. And some food and supplies too, I bet. Most importantly of all, there are people in the kingdom waiting for our help. Even His Highness understands that, I'm sure of it. Yet, he wants to take on the Empire despite all that. Do you think he just doesn't care about anything other than fighting Edelgard anymore?
Maybe, right?
He wasn't always like this. What happened?
There is still more to learn.
I gotta talk to my
Professor?
friend here.
Greetings, Professor. Nothing to report. Is everyone setting out on a big campaign? Not exactly. Ah, so you're meeting up with the reinforcements. Well, you can leave guarding this place to me. I'll keep an eye out for anything suspicious.
I hope things go back to normal soon. People need more to smile about, aside from my great deals. Hey, how about a favor?
Hello there.
Okay.
This one, yes? I thank you. This one, yes? I think this one, yes? I think this one, yes? I think this one, yes? I thank you.
Alright, there we go. Yeah, let's just run out on the outside and then go through the middle.
AOL, the Valley of Torment. Man, I really do not want to go there.
Come on.
Professor, have you ever been to ALL? If you had, you'd know. That place is crazy hot. For guys like me, who grew up somewhere cold, man, it's gonna be rough. Though, I guess that climate will keep our enemies at bay.
Well, that's true.
Can you help me?
What the?
Alright, so... A lot of this is just gonna be...
You know,
Professor?
more or less just trying to find everyone in here that's part of the team and then talking to them because not much is going to be happening. Hey, Gilbert.
Speaking these past 5 years, Lord Rodrigue worried for His Highness more than any other. But I wonder what he would say if he saw what has become of Dimitri. I have a request.
It has been only 5 years, yet so much has changed. Half of the kingdom has fallen to the Empire. Skirmishes are rife throughout the Alliance. Despite such tumult, we look upon the same sky, unchanged by the storm happening beneath it. Indeed, I gazed up at the same sky with Mother and Father. It does not feel so long ago at all. Wait, but how would you know, Professor?
I don't know. But anyway.
Well...
The monastery repairs have made solid progress. Most excellent news. When we first returned here, I was unsure what we were going to do with the ruins of this place. But if we can get the cathedral rebuilt, we'll have it looking just like old times soon enough.
I think of it. Sorry if you. I won't try to remember to cut out me coughing,
so much
but
fun. Everyone should enjoy themselves while they're doing it. I'll keep. I'm getting the hang of it.
But yeah, like I've had a slight problem with that going on.
It is imperative that we regroup with those who continue to resist. Most importantly, we must join up with the Fraldarius family. If we do, our ability to reclaim the kingdom capital is ensured. We should aim for this outcome, rather than focusing our efforts on the imperial capital. This seems to me the best strategy at present. But I feel what His Highness feels. His hatred, his anger, so keenly, as if it were my own. So I find it difficult to oppose his wishes.
But yeah, I've had a really strange issue with my throat being all weird. Jeez. Oh wow. Yeah, the ceiling is collapsed on itself there. I never bothered looking up at the top of the cathedral after all that. But yeah, that's crazy.
Need something?
This one? You're all set. This one? You're all set. See you again soon.
Interesting. Alright.
I have lived inconspicuously these past 5 years, so as not to be discovered by the Empire. To be able to finally return to the monastery again is overwhelming. I hope that our brothers and sisters who ran far away will also return one day.
What was that over here where the two of those people were walking into each other? That was just weird.
Right.
Professor!
Alright. That's there's something hanging out over here. And a secret thing. Okay, that just sounds really suspicious, but alright. Of course, Felix is over here. Because why wouldn't he be?
It seems Fire Emblem, one of the kingdom's sturdiest fortress cities, has fallen to the Empire. It looks like Count Rowe didn't resist, and switched sides to the Empire straight away, repaying all that the royal family has done for him with betrayal. How shameful.
I am steeling myself to see my father again. I can't stand that old man.
You really hate him?
Yes, I do. Above all, I hate the crazed nonsense that comes out of his mouth.
Ah.
What the?
You gonna be okay? Hi. No one's in there. No one's in here. I guess no one wants to be in the classrooms.
Speaking of which...
Concur. Meeting reinforcements in the Valley of Torment seems an astute decision to me. In that land of oppressive heat, it is unlikely that we will be disturbed. It also means we will need to contend with those harsh conditions ourselves, however. Best ensure we are well prepared.
Sounds like a good idea. Really?
Say now. To the north of Garrett Mach lie the territories of the Karen and Galatea houses, former lords of the kingdom. Even though their territory is being nibbled at by the Empire, they are still clinging to their neutrality. Since they only display enough force to defend their borders, I suppose the Empire has no incentive to attack them with any real strength.
Alright. Interesting. Let's head to the dining hall.
Okay. It seems some of our friends believe that if we get those reinforcements, we'll be set for provisions too. But I think it's best not to hold our breath on the food front. With the added headcount from the reinforcements, there will be even more mouths to feed.
Very reasonable.
The kingdom doesn't seem to have clear goals holding them together. Different people have different priorities. The situation right now is difficult. But at times like this, you have the opportunity to really shine, eh, Professor? You're in charge. Show them what you're made of. I'll do what I can to help.
Well, thank you. Oh my gosh, what's with the lag?
I don't know about everyone else, but heading to the Empire seems like a good idea to me. The search for Lady Rhea will be so much easier if we can just get the Empire out of the way. I suppose Dimitri might still pose a problem, though. He seems so fixated on the Imperial capital, but I get the feeling he's not even sure what he wants anymore.
Yeah. I'd say that's pretty much Dimitri in a nutshell right now. He doesn't know what to do.
This is all a bit troubling, isn't it? The people from the kingdom seem to be of two minds as well. Can we really plan to fight when we're this unsure of ourselves? You think once we're face to face with the enemy, it might help us band together? I hope so.
I do too. Alright.
Having a meal together with Shamir. I'm happy and more than a bit nervous.
It's rude to ignore the professor like that.
Eating delicious food really takes my worries away. Ooh, I love this stuff. Did you know that?
Alright.
Eating food always fires me up. Hoorah! Let's go fight somebody!
Ah, I can eat so much of this stuff. My stomach's growling just thinking about it.
Alright.
That looks appetizing.
This is my favorite dish. Did someone tell you?
Alright, there we go. That should be enough on that front. Shamir's apparently in this area. Oh, she's right there.
There are enemy spies around. Remain vigilant. Capture anyone who seems suspicious. I'm glad you understand. I'm counting on you.
I'm gonna up the bow. Yo, Ash.
If we with house on the other.
Let's do this.
There is still more to learn.
Hello.
Hello, how are you?
We weren't related by blood, but Randolph was still my uncle. Seeing him end up that way was... Never mind. It's nothing. It's fine. I don't need your sympathy. It's not like I had any real connection with him anyway. But Dimitri's methods... I don't know. I'm sure he never trusted me, being born in the Empire and all.
Well, I trust you. You're my pal. And
Well...
Gilbert was a knight to the royal family of Fargus? What was a man like that doing in Garreg Mach, I wonder? Who knows? Whenever I try to ask about it, he'd change the subject and avoid giving a proper answer.
yeah, that sounds like him.
this.
Strategically speaking, our best move is probably to head for the kingdom capital. Though, I think it's more likely that Lady Rhea is in the Empire, so I would not object to taking the fight directly to Edelgard. There are no right or wrong answers in war. What do you think we should do? I hope with the goddess's guidance, we can make the right choice.
Oh. Well, I'm in the mind of we should take it to the kingdom and free other people to make it easier on everybody. Excuse me.
I can't believe it. The Valley of Torment. I'd heard of it, but I never expected to go there. It's exciting. I wonder what the landscape is like.
It sounds dangerous.
It probably is dangerous, but I still want to get there and see it as soon as I can.
That's pretty eager.
ALL, the Valley of Torment, lies on the border of 3 noble territories. The kingdom's Fraldarius and Galatea families, and the Alliance's Daphno family. Incidentally, the Galatea family was originally an offshoot from the Daphno family.
Interesting. Alright, let's go over there and talk to Anna. Oh, after I pick that up.
Feeling appreciated.
Professor?
Alright.
Nice job.
I don't know why it doesn't have it set up as... Yeah, that's weird.
Say now.
I concur. Professor?
That is very weird.
Thank you very much.
Alright. Now that we've done that, let's go find those support areas.
Speaking.
Professor.
Yo.
I was trying to catch you off guard, but you managed to block it. Not too shabby, Professor.
That wasn't funny.
Oh, come on. Look at the blade I threw. It's just a wooden training sword. At worst, you could have gotten a bruise or perhaps a splinter. Let's agree it was funny and move on.
It would have hurt enough.
Aw, poor thing. Aren't you used to getting hurt? You've been in your fair share of battles. Besides, I knew you'd dodge in time. I told you before that I was going to observe you. Since then, I've been watching you. I know what you're capable of. I took steps to make myself invisible, so I could observe you without being detected. I hardly let you out of my sight. After extensive research, I've concluded that you really are first-rate. Your sword skills are impeccable, you're a gifted educator, you clearly love working with the students. Someone with all of your exceptional qualities should not exist, but here you are. At first, I thought Gerald was the reason for Lady Rhea's interest in you. But no, Lady Rhea knew exactly what she was doing when she singled you out. Unfortunately, I can't hope to emulate you, let alone wield the sword of the Creator. So my plan of imitating you for Lady Rhea's attention has come to nothing.
Are you gonna stop watching me?
I didn't say that. When we rescue Lady Rhea, I'll provide her a full report of your activities. Hopefully, then I'll be in her good graces. Oh, and don't think you can avoid being watched. I won't let you out of my sight.
Don't know if I should be completely creeped out about that or just be like, okay, whatever, just move on.
Professor.
Oh, Shamir.
Thanks for your help out there. Battles tend to go smoother with you around.
Same to you.
I think you did most of the heavy lifting. It may be unwise to think this way on the battlefield, but I feel I can trust your commands without question.
Why is that?
Not sure. I might have an idea, but never mind. I've also noticed that you've been putting me in more precarious situations lately. Almost like you know I won't question your orders.
Well, I know I can rely on you.
Huh. I'm glad you trust me to get the job done, but still, I knew you were doing it on purpose. You're in a very important position now that you're leading the charge against the Empire. Funny to think you used to just teach at the Officers' Academy. Your old students still call you Professor. That's no title for the commander of an army.
There's no harm in it.
Relax, I was just having fun. You sure are an interesting one. My people lost the war, and I was left to wander Fodlan alone. But I guess meeting you was my prize. You look confused. Did you not know any of this? I was living in my homeland of Dagda up until the Imperial Army destroyed it 10 years ago. But being a mercenary, I have no real allegiance. That's why I'm working here now. Don't worry, though. I don't plan to turn on you.
Alright. It's too short to call an episode here, so I'm going to do the fishing, which is going to take a good bit. And honestly, it's fishing. It's nothing fantastic. But I will be back, and we'll continue on with doing the different go on with the following week is what I'm trying to say. Anyway, see you guys in a minute. Alright, we're back. And we're going to do instruct manually.
This will be useful.
Pretty close on both of them.
I appreciate... Looks like I... Ah, no big deal.
That was challenging. Practice is paying off.
And let's do that.
I'll get it next. Thanks. Name.
Good night. Caspar's knocking it out of the park. Alright. That's good.
This could be...
Alright, Sorrel.
I got it. Oh, thanks, Professor. That's really nice of you to say. I got it? Nice! I knew I could get it. Yeah, I understand now. I got it? Yeah.
Alright,
I got it?
wow. Him and Caspar kept getting the perfects, which I don't mind at all. That helps a lot. Crazy, though.
Thank you for teaching. This'll help keep me alive. Thank you. Thank you for...
Yeah, the two of them do that. And then just begin training.
I have a question.
Maybe woodland creatures.
Thank you.
Professor.
You're good.
I'm feeling great today, Annie. Let's get to it. Leave it to me. With the two of us together, we'll get it done in a snap. I hope you're right. Let's get this over with so we can have a cup of tea. Not a bad conclusion, Mercy. But maybe we should have put more effort into it. Goodness, Annie. You always work so hard. But I suppose I could try just a little harder. Guess all that time wasn't wasted.
It seems my proficiency has improved.
I'll make good use of this power.
Really? 4? It's whatever, I guess. Oh, think about it. Didn't Dimitri? Yeah, he did.
A new power. I won't squander it.
I hope to master this quickly.
Okay. Was wanting to make sure. Because Cyril could actually... it's not quite high enough. But he could potentially be a Wyvern Lord, and I wouldn't mind at all if I'm going for that. %. Sure, why not?
Huh, okay. No big deal, really.
Nah. Ash. Oh no. His writing really needs an increase if he's gonna do that. Yeah, I think I'm good. And we'll go into battle. The face beneath.
Professor, Mercedes, what are you two doing here?
We were just talking. Why do you look so flustered?
Haven't you heard? An Imperial army was spotted near Garreg Mach.
Oh, do you think they came to scout?
Maybe. We could probably take care of them if that's the case. But I heard the Death Knight is out there.
The Death Knight?
Is that a problem?
No, it's nothing, really. Now's probably not the time, but I was just thinking of my brother.
You have a brother?
Yes, but we have different fathers. He was a year younger than me.
Why'd he suddenly come to mind?
You see...
Quickly! You must prepare for battle. The Death Knight has been spotted in the sealed forest. He only has a few troops with him, so we planned on taking him out with just the knights, but we can't guarantee that reinforcements won't arrive. We would appreciate your backup, just in case.
The Death Knight. I have to go.
Mercedes, wait! I don't know what's going on with you, but...
No, I have to go see him.
Let's go.
Yeah, we can't let him get away. I'll help Mercedes find the Death Knight. You go gather the others and meet up with us, Professor.
Yeah, they kind of hinted as to how she thought who Yuritsa was, and it was kind of more or less thought that Yuritsa is the Death Knight, so that's kind of why she's in that mood. missing one. There we go. I didn't put that in there. Yeah, his luck needed it. His charm didn't really, but having higher charm is always helpful. Oh, fun. A bunch of monsters. Really? Well, before I do anything, as I see a already problem, if I don't fix that. Alright. Might want to take care of the monster over there before I attack the Death Knight. There's already several monsters here. Also, with Blythe. Yeah. I don't know if I want to take 2 speed out. I mean, it wouldn't be the worst thing for him because he's already got 29 naturally. We'll roll with it. Rout all enemies except the Death Knight.
Emil, wait! Don't go! Take your helmet off, please. Let me see your face. It really is you under there, isn't it? I've been searching for so long.
I finally caught up with you, Mercedes. You're faster than you look. But I'm here now, so you can give up, Death Knight.
Well. Okay then.
I'll comply.
I'm your girl.
Thank you. What's my strategy? Another victory. What's the plan?
Get over your sorry self, dude.
I'll handle this. Her enemies are my enemies.
I expect
just a scratch.
More fighting.
There we go. I was kind of worried there for a second. I'm like, Cyril might be in trouble.
I'll cut through.
Yeah. Oh, he's poisoned. Yay, got a level up.
For now, I'll revel in my achievement.
Let's make this quick.
Excuse me. Swarm. Because that lowers your speed. Sorry.
Put me in there.
Ooh. I was thinking about recording multiple episodes today. I don't think I'm doing that.
At your service.
And I will not chase you. Challenge me, and I will have no choice but to fight.
Don't worry. I'm not attacking you, dude.
I must lead them well.
Not quite. Alright, that wolf's a jerk.
Is this my last stand?
Take a 4 on. Good night. And just have that take care of you.
It had to be done.
was just stronger.
Let's go.
And just take care of him.
See you in the eternal flames. I understand this better now.
Thanks.
Yeah. Take you out in one hit, that way I don't have to worry about you.
I'm stronger.
That's fantastic. Yeah.
No time to slow down.
Well, there you go.
I'm not at my best today.
Nice form.
Can't pull back yet.
I'm gonna leave Mercedes out of it.
I'll end this quickly. Prepare yourself.
That's pretty sad. 6 damage on a crit. And again, I don't think most people are like Blythe, where they can just do so much damage.
I must lead them.
Not many people, anyway. There are some other guys who can do that, but not really many. I would say probably 2, well, maybe 3 others that can do about as much damage as Blythe. Really? You still got hit? Having my ass one.
I will not die yet.
Be careful.
Alright. We'll have you get healed by Dorothea.
Sorry.
This situation is dire.
That's hilarious that you can't do any damage to her.
Too slow. It is done. Onward.
Unfortunate that she gets knocked down on her defense, but she has 28 resistance, 40 charisma, which is insane, but alright.
Let's try something special.
And just one shot this guy.
Too weak for this world. It's not enough to beat her.
Not bad. Not bad at all.
Put me in there.
Wait. He'll only attack Caspar in this position, but as soon as I move her right here, he's after her. Okay.
Much needed.
I'll make sure you're healed. Not that that was actually going to hit. I say that and I've been hit with lower percentage, so I shouldn't say too much about that. Gosh. I've been hit with a 3% before, so... And that actually ended up with someone dying because of that. So I can't really say too much about that. Good night. Wolves are the most annoying thing ever.
No hesitation! Ah! Another victory.
Alright.
Thank you.
Get you healed up.
I'll cut through.
Goodness gracious.
This better work.
There you go. Oh. Not doing that. There we go. Getting that taken care of.
I disposed of doubt long ago.
You healed up?
Wasted effort.
No, it's not. So chill out. Fantastic. I have to deal with multiples of these guys. Willing to rip me to shreds. That's fantastic.
Thank you.
Alright. I'm getting hit by a 55%, a bit too much in my opinion. Let's heal you.
You saved me.
I'm just curious. Yeah.
I'm up first. Fine. How about this?
And just go ahead and use Bolagon at this point. Get rid of the wolf.
A tragic end.
Okay. Caspar's gonna be fine. Give you a full heal.
You're a big help.
What was it? I think it was Lance that I was trying to level up. So.
I fight for Lady Rhea.
That's your best.
Like, way up. Unfortunately, that doesn't completely break that part of the barrier. Nice, he missed on the second one. That's hilarious, they're hurting each other. What's not hilarious is Blythe got hit by both of those. That guy was one space out of the main hit. Ugh. Just punch him. Just tomahawk him. One shot.
Who's next? Get in line.
To add insult to injury, you just got stabbed and defeated by Mercedes with a lance.
Much needed.
Okay, yeah, he's getting hit too. Let's go with this. And there we go. Nice.
I'm finally grasping this.
Well, I think you've had it.
Is this the final act?
No, it's not.
Well done.
Alright.
Now's our chance.
I fight for one reason and one alone.
Oh.
I keep advancing.
Well, that's good.
Not quite ready to die.
I'll lend my strength.
Now!
I'll help. No foe shall escape.
And just take care of that last bit of the shield. And you're down.
Enemies are my enemies.
Witness my resolve.
Have all the maids and butlers take out the rest of that HP and also possibly a good bit of that shield. Nice. Get some healing. She needs it.
Maybe it's better this way.
I personally don't think so, but whatever, I guess.
This is for everyone's good.
Alright.
I'll cut you down!
It didn't even show the whole attack. It just immediately showed him dying. What in the world? Good night. Oh. They split up. Where is it? No. There it is. I keep forgetting what button that is to bring that up. Not really too much to worry about.
Obvious. Burn until we meet again.
Move Dimitri up here, and move Cyril over there. These two are gonna come this way, and the rest are gonna go this way. Well, Lysithia.
More fighting.
I don't need help.
Yes, you do.
Enemy reinforcements are approaching. What should we do?
Let's take them out. Reinforcements just means we get to fight even more.
I mean, he's not wrong. Okay. See, that's like an even 50-50 split on getting hit and not, so I can't get too mad about that.
I shall not stray. I must continue my training.
Okay.
I must lead them well.
I'll fight to the very end. Might makes right. Stepped in that one.
Right. Oh. I forgot Meyer was a 3. Not that it really matters since I just hit you with the dark spikes, but whatever.
One day the war will be over.
That is true. I think she'll be fine. Oh yeah, she's gonna be fine. And that guy's gonna wish she never was around because it's gonna be his last day and it's gonna be a very miserable one.
Thanks. I'm your girl. What's next?
Well, she didn't have to go that far,
Knew
but
you could do it.
No time to slow down.
wait. Did he seriously just take an arrow to the knee? Really? Gosh. Actually, I want Caspar to take this guy out.
You're all going down.
All is going to plan. I'm stronger than before.
So technically, if you did defeat him, you would get a Dark Seal, or you could at least steal one from him.
You're in my way.
But it did say defeat everyone but the Dark Knight.
No way I can lose here.
So.
We did it. Are you all right, Mercedes?
am, thanks to you. But still...
There's something you wanted to ask him, right? Come on, he ran off into the forest.
Thank you, Caspar.
I mean, he's right there.
Why, thank you so much.
You came.
How many years has it been since we last spoke? I'm so sorry. I should have come for you sooner. I'm sure it wasn't pleasant living in House Bartels.
I'm not sure I follow. Do you know this guy, Mercedes?
My younger brother, Emil. Is it really you?
I'm sorry, what? Your brother is the Death Knight? But you two look nothing alike.
Mercedes, leave the monastery.
Hold on just a minute. Is that all you've got to say for yourself?
This doesn't concern you.
That's not true. You're her brother, right? But you've got nothing nice to say to her after all this time?
You will die.
Even if I die, I've made my choice. Please, Emil, fight on our side instead.
I cannot. My soul has long departed. And yet, here, take this and go.
Is this a hero's relic? You and I must share the same crest.
When next we meet, I will kill you without hesitation.
You won't kill me. I have this now.
Do not die until I can kill you.
Emil! I can't believe he's gone again.
I can't tell whether or not he actually cares that you're his sister.
Somewhere, hiding underneath that helmet, there's a very sweet boy.
Is that a joke? Would a sweet boy threaten to kill someone? I don't get you, Mercedes.
Living at House Bartels changed him. But that's beside the point. Thank you, Caspar. I couldn't have confronted him without you.
Don't worry about it. I may not understand you half the time, but we're still pals.
Come on, then, pal. Let's get back to everyone else.
What? What in the world? Nullifies attack effectiveness and critical hits. May have damage. Is that my attack effectiveness and critical hits? I'm really interested in seeing what that actually does. Well, I know what I'm doing right now is putting that up. But I am going to trade that for her hero's relic. Because she has the minor crystal amine. Put that up. Get the golden apple. Alright. So, that took a lot longer than I thought. Good night. This is going to be a long video. I thought it was going to be maybe like a 30-40 minute battle or something like that. No, that was like an hour. Golly. Alright, and the next one we'll actually continue on with this, and we'll probably do I might do the rare enemy, just because it's not something that you get all that much. I don't think we need money, so we'll probably do that. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Later.